Good morning, guys. It's a wonderful day here, guys, for the Chicago Mercantile Exchange. That's right, it's Wednesday. You guys know what Wednesday does bring us. Wednesday does bring us a lot of wonderful stuff today. I'm saying lots of wonderful because it is just pretty stinking wonderful down here. So, guys, I am happy to tell you guys that today we do have ISM non-manufacturing. Previous was 58.5. We're looking for 58 evens this week. We did have ADP National that came in at 7:15 before I got here, guys. Prior was 163, so it was sort of 185. We hit it out of the ballpark with 230.0. And then, of course, at 9:30, so it's 9 o'clock numbers ISM, and 9:30 we have weekly crude distillates and gas, guys. We also have Brainerd speaking. We also have Mester speaking, if I'm not incorrect, this afternoon. Brainerd is a voter. Mester, I don't know if Cleveland votes this year or not, so I'd have to check into that to see whether Cleveland's actually a voter this year. But guys, coming up in about 30 seconds, we'll have the 8 o'clock bell in the background. You guys will hear it. You guys will say, what is that? That's right, that is the 8 o'clock bell. So those of you guys who are here, those of you guys who are subscribers, I am incredibly appreciative. You guys are the ones who fuel the fire. You guys are the ones who make it what it is every single day. Right, so I am incredibly grateful for each and every one of you guys, and heck to the yeah, we will see. There's the 8 o'clock bell in the background. That's right, guys. So we will hopefully continue to see some appreciation in this ES. However, guys, what have we seen on the 4-hour time frame? No doubt about it, we've seen chop from that 29.47s all the way down into 29.07s, guys. But since then, we've seen initiative out of bounds, and over the last two sessions, guys, we've seen higher highs and higher lows. I think it's pretty commonsensical to say that if we see higher highs and higher lows, that continues. That ES new all-time high is a target and above, right? And beyond. So, guys, I do think that it's pretty commonsensical to say if that happens, then we're headed back for the highs. We're only 7 points off them right now, 7.5 points off those all-time highs, trading at 9 halves. So, guys, but that to be said, guys, is it for sure that we're going to see higher highs and higher lows? That's what we have seen in the shortest time frame. But I mean, even like the 15-30 minute time frame on the 4-hour, we're clearly in a chop balance here. Like we talked about in the chat room the other day, guys, when you have overlapping price activity on these highs, from the 47 down to the 32s, and then from the 34s, 35s all the way down on Fed, right, down to the 17s, and then we have overlapping from 31s all the way down to the 7s twice, right? Now we're seeing an area balance higher from the 40s. We saw 42s recent. As of 2 days ago, Monday, I think we saw the 42s trade, a quick spike up, and then that took us lower, guys. We saw lower in the overnight session yesterday, all the way down into the 18s. The overnight session last night, early this morning, guys, we saw 24 lows, and yeah, actually the lows of the day were the 575s. We saw 4s in the regular session. And yeah, guys, are we higher again? Yeah. Are we above previous highs? Yeah, we are. So I think and hope and feel that we're going back to those all-time highs and above them. But like I said, anything can change at any moment. So, guys, we are going to be tightening up some stops today. 4-hour time frame. 4-hour time frame. I clearly think that we're looking at that 4-hour lean at the 2860. No, we brought that up to 2910. 28.92. We had been able to bring that up to the previous area, middle of the previous area balance. I apologize for that, guys. Middle of that previous area balance that we had that formed from the 1775 previous all-time high down into the 67s, guys. So the middle of that area balance is the 92s, 92 quarters, and that's where we're looking to invalidate our 4-hour long lean, guys. I will be buying all the way through there. And on the 30-minute time frame, I think it's clear to see that we're initiative out of balance. I think that we're able to bring up our lean a little bit from the previous session. Previous session we had that lean down into the into that previous lows, into the 18s and the 17s. I think we can bring up that 30-minute lean now with this overlapping price activity that we saw yesterday. Initiative out of balance yesterday. That sell-off that we got down into the 2024s, the 25.75s overnight are going to act as the lower extreme. And yeah, so basically all the way from the 36s that we traded multiple times yesterday and were unable to get through, all the way down to the 25.75. So 10-point range, guys. The middle of that gives us the 30. Let's call it the 31s, guys. Give or take, right? 30.75s, 31s. So I do show that the 31 quarters is what I have here, but it's a give or take. I'm gonna put an approximately in front of it because you guys know all these numbers are approximate. Long lean bias on the 5-minute time frame, guys. I think that moving into the 5-minute time frame, I think that we are near these recent highs. If we're going to see higher, it's going to happen here soon. So I am going to go ahead and we have seen, so in the overnight session we saw overlapping price activity, guys. We saw an area balance from the 29.36 quarters all the way down to the 35s, 36 quarters to 35s. We saw initiative out of balance, the upside to that larger area balance that we were unable to get through yesterday, guys. We have one area balance from the 8 halves all the way down into the 7s. And then we have another area balance that we saw from the 40 evens all the way down, from the 975s all the way down to the 775s. Guys, I think trade back below that the 7.5 does invalidate our 5-minute lean, as we saw initiative out of balance up into the 40s, and I am currently looking for support in and around this level, guys, in and around this 8.5, 875 area. I'm looking for some sort of support. If we can get some support there, see a price pattern, I'm looking to buy some more. If not, then sustain trade below that 7.5s invalidate our 5-minute lean, my friends. And what does that mean for us? What does that 5-minute lean invalidation mean? It doesn't mean that we can't take longs. It sure as heck doesn't. I just think that we need to see we're definitely looking for a price pattern. There are 3 price patterns that we definitely look for, and we need to see that. And hopefully into an area that we can establish lower as a key area. I think that the 34 quarter, guys, is a pretty big area. So that 35s to the 34s, somewhere in there, I think that'd be the next place where I'd be looking to participate to the upside. So that is that's step 1, guys. That's ES posted in chat for you guys. Those of you guys who are following along on YouTube, that's right, guys. You have those levels that I just gave to you for free. Let's move on over to the NASDAQ, my friends. Alright, guys, in NASDAQ, what have we seen in the NASDAQ? ES, did we see above previous highs in today's overnight session? Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did. Did we see that in the NASDAQ? No, my friends, we have not. So we did see a large sell-off into the close, and we didn't get a large retracement like we did in the ES. ES, we saw a nice retracement, nice buying come in on that close, whereas in the NASDAQ we're essentially the same place, but just without that buying. So we're talking about, oh, we're not talking about a lot. We're talking about 15 points of buying, but 15 points makes all the difference, my friends. So yeah, that NASDAQ has yet to take up those previous highs, and yeah, remember, we do have 77, 28, 75s ahead of us, which were the new all-time highs that we put in on Monday, but we have seen some selling come in from then. I do think on the 4-hour time frame, what do we see, guys? We clearly see that we have a wide range area balance that we've established here from we saw initiative out of balance, but all the way up through the 70, 76, 94s, 95s, 93s, something like that, all the way down into the 7404s, the 7420s on the continuing, or on the Z contract. So guys, that says the 18 contract, and all right, Karen, no doubt about it. We'll see you when you come back. And then, guys, what else have we seen? No doubt about it. We still have that 4-hour lean from the 7420s to the 7390s, depending on what contract you're trading. I know it's a wide range, but it is a 4-hour lean. I think on the Z contract that 7420 is the lower extreme of the area of balance, and I think that's where we want to participate. Sustained trade below that will invalidate, guys. The long lean bias on the 30-minute is the 7630s, guys. Why? Because, well, guess what? That's the middle of that previous area of balance that we see here on the 30-minute time frame. Previous area of balance, guys, before we saw initiative out of balance to the upside. When we see trade below that 7630, that calls into question a lot, my friends, a lot. So that 30-minute time frame is what we're seeing. And then the long lean bias on the 5-minute, guys. Key area into 76.77, guys. I am keeping it nice and tight, as we have not seen the same bid in the NASDAQ that we saw in the ES. Guys, you can see here we clearly have a price pattern up. Had initiative out of balance to the upside, guys. If we come back down through that lower extreme to 77.70, 77 halves, guys, I'm going to take off that 5-minute long lean that we have established. I will be looking to buy some 82s if we get down in there, though, before with a tight stop. All right, guys, there's a NASDAQ done and posted up for you guys. Chat blast yet one more time. So YM, guys, we had that yesterday where it failed multiple times up into that previous all-time high, guys. Guess what? We are into new all-time highs in overnight. So wow, look at that YM go. Long lean bias, guys. I think that we get to talk about that YM long lean bias, and on the 4-hour time frame, I think we might even get to modify that a little bit today. I think we do, guys. So we did have that at previously we had that at 25,983. Guess what, guys? Now that long lean bias is starting to move up, because, guys, we have had overlapping price activity here on these recent highs. Initiative out of balance, guys, the middle of that area of balance in the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, that's right, guys. It's more or less the 577. So we're going to go ahead and modify that up. We're going to add basically 600 points, right, of risk that we're taking off the table, guys. We're taking 500 more points, of almost 600 points of risk off the table. Long lean bias on the 30-minute time frame. I think that we're starting to get into an area where our biases are definitely starting to overlap a little bit. The 30-minute bias, guys, I do think that trade back below that 26,794, guys, and that invalidates. So, guys, we were able to take 200 more points off the table in the way of long lean bias on the 30-minute time frame. Long lean bias on the 5-minute time frame, you bet we do have it. You bet we do have that long lean bias on the 5-minute time frame in the overnight session up into new all-time highs. You betcha. And guys, where are we looking? I think that we should tighten this up. This should be our tightest area that we have. I think that we're coming down. It's an initiative out of balance. I'm looking to be a buyer here at the 901s, guys. But trade back below that at 890 for me calls into question that 5-minute long lean. All right, guys. So that's our YM, new all-time highs in the YM. Chat blast posted, guys. And then the Russell. Oh boy, what's wrong with you, Russell, man? Oh man. Russell's got me a little bit worried, guys. Russell's got me a little bit worried. I hate to say it, my friends. Hate to say it, but our 4-hour lean is invalidated on the Russell. I probably should have invalidated it yesterday, but didn't. Guys, 4-hour lean is invalidated. We are trading the 66s below that 79 that we were looking at. That is it's a bumtacular event, guys. So at Russell, we have no bias in the 4-hour time frame. We do have a short lean bias on the 30-minute time frame, guys. On the 30-minute time frame, we do have a short lean bias that we have had for several days now. And we can say that, yeah, we can say we're testing right now, guys. We're testing the 30-minute bias to the downside. No doubt about it, up in that 668 spot 1. And guys, on the 5-minute time frame, do we have a long bias? We finally have been able to establish some sort of long bias lean, guys, off the 56 up into the 66. 10 points of range, guys, to the upside. So on the 5-minute time frame, we clearly do have a bias to the upside. Finally, it took quite a while to do, guys, but that 164 spot 8 is where we're looking. Alright, guys, so those are our leans. Paul posted up. Guys, chat blast all the way across the board. We're trading the 8 quarters and 8 halves. 8 quarters and 8 halves. But that Russell has seen 2 straight days of selling, guys. 2 straight days of selling, whereas we are okay, well, yeah, guys, we are seeing, no doubt about it, we've seen some divergent activity in the Russell, guys. Some definitely divergent activity in the Russell. We're on 5-minute charts all the way across the board, my friends, and yeah, we have seen, no doubt about it, guys, we have seen some bid come in on the ES above previous highs, and the YM into new all-time highs, into the NASDAQ, guys. Not quite as strong as on the ES, and that Russell, guys. Even that Russell's gotten a bid in the overnight session. All right, guys. So yeah, we are we're looking at invalidation coming up here on the ES, my friends. We're trading the 904s last. We're up 97 points on the YM. I'm definitely looking to participate with this to the upside on any price pattern that I do see here in the YM, and 8 quarters and 8 halves in the ES. Finally, guys, last but not least is 818. We are seeing that crude, guys. That crude did see all the way down to the 75.06s, I believe. 75 evens. We're trading the 75.12s last, guys. I was able to get short the crude this morning. Before we started the broadcast, I did let chat participants know that I was short the crude. So I do expect, why am I short the crude? We finally have news coming out from Russia, and we're finally have news coming from Russia, and we finally have news coming from Saudi Arabia saying that Saudi Arabia is looking to go above the 10.8 million barrels it does daily. 10.8, I believe, is what I read. 10.2, 10.8, something like that. They're looking to increase that in October. And Russia said that President Trump is right, that that oil is too expensive, and that they are looking to do something about it. So, guys, today we're going to take a look at JCPenney, Nike, California, and Pain Therapeutics, guys. Those are stocks that are on the move this morning. Eight quarters and 8 halves are trading, guys. So Apple did make a new all-time high in the overnight session, guys, up into 230.6. Saw some quick selling, but still above that previous all-time high, trading 230.37 left with a swing low of the 15s, 230.15. So, guys, we are seeing that Apple into new all-time highs and sustaining that initiative out of balance to the upside. Whether that continues or not is yet to be seen, but clearly, guys, clearly starting to see something. Eight evens at 8 quarters, guys, up in the new all-time highs. Can you take a short? Yeah, you can, but like we talked about, it's a shot in the dark, guys, and you can definitely find yourself shooting out. You can just as easily, well, no, probably less easily, but you can hit your target, or you can hit the tire and inner tube of your getaway vehicle if you're on like a bike or something that has an inner tube. But yeah, you can hit the tire of your getaway vehicle and kablawi, and you're stuck, right? So I would be careful taking a short in this YM as we're up in the new all-time highs. I think it could be a very, very successful trade if you time it properly. But if you decide to take shorts, definitely advise you to keep your wrist tight and don't take a 30 second tick chart or a 5-minute chart or 3-minute chart or whatever and turn it into an hour or 2-hour trade, right? Now, you can, right, as long as it's profitable. Don't just hold it and say, oh, we'll definitely go lower on the hour time frame. Yeah, no, guys, that's generally not a good way to trade, and I would be a little worried if you guys were doing that. So definitely keep your wrist fairly tight, guys. Alright, guys, that crude is right where I left it on the close last night, 107.4. We're basically unchanged on the day. We're at 40 cents. And we're seeing the 8 evens at 8 quarters trade. Alright, guys, so that concludes Chart Talk for this morning. I hope it was beneficial to each and every one of you guys. I hope you learned something from it. I hope that you know that these are the things that I'm seeing and the things that I think you should think too, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to. You guys definitely have your own biases. You definitely have your own frameworks that you use. I do love AMT. auction market theory, and it is something that has been incredibly beneficial to me. Something I learned from good friend Ben Lichtenstein. Yes, right. You can find him over on the TV Ameritrade Network. He has a program every morning, and Midday Movers with Ben Lichtenstein in the afternoon. But yeah, good guy, really great guy, and definitely someone who I have a lot of respect for. His teachings on AMT were incredibly transformative in my learning experience and in my monetization of this skills experience. It's something that I am grateful to have the opportunity to bring to you. So guys, that is what we are seeing. That's what we have seen here, and this is FutureSquawk. FutureSquawk is a Lost Child production. It's dedicated to my son. I love you, man. I love you, man. I'm thinking about you every single day. Every single day, every trade that I take is for you. Alright. So that is that's what I am seeing here. That's what I am doing, and that's what there's no doubt about it. That's what that's how we are managing these trades, guys. So those of you guys who are listening on YouTube, oh, apologies. Those of you guys who are listening in on YouTube, yeah, head over to FutureSquawk.com. Head over to Twitter to FutureSquawk and say hi to me. Send me an email at sayhi@FutureSquawk.com, and my wonderful subscribers. You guys have a chat with me all day, every day. Just reach out and say hi. Let me know, or not say hi. Ask me any questions that you may have. We'll talk about how auction market theory may be able to help you find a more sustainable and more beneficial path towards the future. Appreciate each and every one of you. 5 minutes into the open, guys. It's 8:25:08. And this is Holy Soy. This is Eric V signing off for the chart talk discussion that we have every morning. I hope it has been beneficial, and trade well.